Oh boy. I hate the fact that I actually have to play now. I'm kind of getting into that mindset of like, ugh, again.
Have another 14 shots, and then repeat progress rounds. But as you might already know, 2
Please,
is
J
also on
Dubs,
this
please
map.
enlighten me. Hold on 1 second. Also, let me just get that turned on too. I am on my 4th cup of apple juice. Dude, this stuff is amazing. It's like, oh. Switch. Clea's got her piercing. 5 to 8. That's how long it takes to get a piercing? Or no, she had 5, then is now at 8. Okay. Okay.
But it becomes essentially useless before even round 70. So the Thunder Gun is the only thing that can realistically kill zombies past round 70, because there's no Pack-a-Punch and no traps anywhere on the map to help you. So not only is Noct slow in the first place, but when you run out of Thunder Gun ammo and don't have Gobblegums to refill it, you can't keep killing zombies and hope for a max ammo. You have to get rid of the only
Alright, let me... use my ammo up first here. How much? It's 258. I can play about 2 rounds today. It doesn't help that the Satisfactory update came out yesterday, or like 2 days ago. Would sure. Huh. Oh. Really, dogs? I was really trusting it. Oh. Whew! I was really trusting it my Stone Cold would come back in time. That was scary.
only weapon that can progress rounds. But as you might already know, the only way to get the Thunder Gun is from the mystery box, which has 34 possible items. And once maximizing your odds to get the Thunder Gun, there are still 28 items in the mystery box, meaning every time you run out of ammo, you need to hit the box 28 times on average to get the Thunder Gun back, just so you can have another 14 shots, and then repeat that cycle, which is insane. Because of how slow Noct was, and Tom only had 24.8 days to reach round 255, he decided to average 17.5 hours of gameplay on stream every day for the first 10 days. And in total, throughout his 20 days to round 255, he averaged 15 hours per day. That is just ludicrous. But remember, this run is cheated. Looking back on it today, nearly 5 years later, with our updated knowledge, it turns out that a round 255 on Noct might just be impossible on the vanilla game completely. The way Tom ended up being caught was actually really interesting. So a player named Zombie Killer recently played a Nocturne Totem game similar to Tom's to see how far he could get, but
That
Zombie
triple
Killer
T?
got a connection interrupted error on round 221, ending his game. Jumpy, another high rounder, was curious about this error, so we decided to do some testing and had some very interesting findings. Jumpy theorized that hitting the mystery box a certain amount of times can crash your game, so he ran simulations on both the Steam version and the Fit Girl Repack version, which Tom played on at the time. After around 35,000 box hits in the game, Jumpy always errored in the exact same way as Zombie Killer, and this was without spawning any zombies, throwing any grenades, or grabbing any drops, which would happen in a normal game, and likely make the error happen even sooner. And if we look back at Zombie Killer's game, this is confirmed because his game errored at 28,087 box hits. So in summary, Jumpy discovered that there's a box error on Black Ops 3, just like on Black Ops 1, and after around 30,000 box hits in normal circumstances, your game would always error or crash. Tom claimed that he traded out the Thunder Gun 1,252 times, and if he averaged 28 box hits per Thunder Gun, because there are 28 items in the box as we said earlier, that would be 35,056 box hits, much later than the error would normally happen. But it's still plausible that the error was a bit late for him, or maybe he got luckier box trades than a 28 hit average. But actually, since Tom's game in 2021, we found that the mystery box RNG doesn't work exactly how we thought. In fact, the function that randomizes things like the mystery box is completely broken, and it makes the Thunder Gun, for example, more rare than other guns from the mystery box at around a 1 in 34 chance, according to all the tests Jumpy ran, which I'll leave the links to in the description. If we look back again at Zombie Killer's game, he had a trade average of 34.28. So assuming that Tom got extremely lucky trades, averaging 30 box hits, and hadn't lied about the amount of trades he did, that would still be 37,560 box hits, meaning his game should have definitely errored way before he reached the max round like he claimed. This alone proves that Tom's game couldn't have happened like he said it did, and it might even mean that the Nocturne Totem Classics round 255 could be impossible to achieve in the first place. But once Tom found out he was caught, he confessed on Twitter, but never admitted how he cheated. He also says that he deleted some of the footage a while ago so that the run would be removed from the leaderboard website, ZWR, because full footage of the game is needed. He did this hoping that his Noct game would be forgotten about without having to admit he cheated. He also admitted to cheating his round 100 speedrun and all of his other records, although those runs were naturally beaten anyways without cheats. Jumpy then had a conversation with Tom on Discord to find out exactly how and why he cheated. Tom claims that he had a lot of issues with freezes and crashes, so he played from round 1 originally, and whenever his game crashed, he would just use mods to get back to the same round, then make sure he had the same character, gum cycle, perk order, and points to not get caught, then continued playing from there. He says he did this about 4 times total, but doesn't remember exactly. What's even worse for me is that the mod menu he used to cheat was a public Steam Workshop mod menu. This means that if at any point in the game he pressed tab, there would be a yellow text on the top right showing he had a mod in his game. So somehow, no one seemed to question the fact that he hadn't tabbed to show his scoreboard once the entire 300 hours of footage. Although apparently back then, his excuse for this was that he had downed before by accident, pressing the tilde key, opening the console, so he unbound his tab key as well. Which, by the way, this excuse makes absolutely no sense. And this was somehow a good enough excuse for mods to ignore the fact he hadn't shown his scoreboard the entire game, which has some pretty important info to legitimize runs. He also then confirmed suspicions that he never played anywhere near 15 hours a day. All of his live streams were pre-recorded from the beginning, and he planned this all out a month in advance, splicing his footage whenever his game ended. But all the footage he played himself, meaning he literally spent over 300 hours of his life just to cheat anyways. This might be the most elaborate cheating scandal of all time. Also, in the footage, when he hit round 255, he let his game play out to eventually reset. A reset happens because entities add up while your game is unpaused, which are basically just objects and sounds, and when a certain amount of entities are present in the game, the map forcefully resets. The reset happens on BO3 Noct after around 301 hours of playtime. To fake this, Tom simply used a timescale command to make the game speed up and have the reset happen artificially, and no one was the wiser. When asked why he cheated, This was his entire response. Feel free to read.
I wanna read.
Ojumpy also asked
Hey! Leave it on screen longer. Dubs person. Dubs boy. I don't know.
once. Feel no one was the wiser. When asked why he cheated, this was his entire response.
Alright, see here. Dude. It's so hard to... Why is the quality so low? Is it me? It is me. That still doesn't really help. It's still small text. Holy crap. Huh, that's such a... That's so odd. I mean... Validation. That is a... I mean, I get that. I get that. Doesn't make it any better, but I get it. I had 3 long games close to a few months. Didn't want to waste time again. Bro. I know that feeling. I still wouldn't cheat, but you know. It's so odd how similar that is to me. But why would he choose to take that route though still? It's such a, like, I mean, those are 2 ways the same story ended. That's so weird.
Response. Feel free to read. Ojumpy also asked Tom if he would have told Zombie Killer he had the legitimate world record of round 221. Tom replied saying he would not have. I mean, at least he's being honest. Now let's talk about the main victim of Tom. In 2020, Tom had one main competitor for the Nocturne Toten high round world record. It was a Japanese player named Chihiro. Chihiro had the world record of round 216, which he then froze after having the game open for 24.8 days, as mentioned earlier. Unfortunately for Chihiro, Tom would cheat his round 255 a few months later and rob Chihiro of his world record for almost 5 years. And right after finding out he was the rightful record holder all this time, Zombie Killer got around 221, taking his record anyways. Tom says that he apologized to him though, so everything's just fine. But on a real note, the damage is done, and there's nothing that Tom or anyone else can do about this now. It's pretty unreal looking back that Chihiro seemed to look up to Tom and even thanked him for his advice, but then got robbed of his record by that same person cheating. To my knowledge, no one else was really close to competing with Chihiro all this time except for Tom, who cheated. Anyways, in his original tweet, Tom said it's way too easy to cheat on BO3, which is pretty true, but nowadays, you're required to play on the Boy community client for high round world records, which makes it much harder to cheat, although even Ojumpy admits there are still ways. It just makes stupid ways to cheat, like using a public workshop mod menu, much easier to spot. Although if we're being honest, that run never should have been on the boards without showing the leaderboard in the first place. It's just crazy to me how such an impressive and popular record, getting so much attention, wasn't suspected to have been cheated because Tom seemed like a trustworthy person according to runners back then. If it wasn't for Zombie Killa's high round that made Ojumpy curious enough to do tests and find the source of the box error, Tom Fantasy could have gotten away with it for a few more years, or maybe he would have never been caught in the first place. We also have no clue what would have happened to the high round record if Tom had never cheated. Chihiro did say he would come back to the record, but never did, likely because he thought Tom had maxed out the world record legitimately. But yeah, that's the entire situation. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you guys think about this situation in the comments.
Tom Fantasy, I need to ask you this. If you're in my chat, what kept you going? If you were to say one thing that would have kept you up going throughout this entire run, what was it?
Small compared to other maps.
The legacy!
Angarakt has a reset of
Yes!
over 80.
Or for who do I practice patience? For myself, for others, validate. Dude, that actually, you know what? I honestly might even, swap the montage song I use at this point. It's so eerily creepy how similar that is his reason to play is.
The hours.
The legacy.
Shinonima is over.
Needed. It's completely broken, and it makes the Thunder Gun, for example, more rare than other guns from the entire response.
Nice and do the video. Sure. So weird. It literally is, yeah, a perfect storm of why it happened. It's so... Why, though? Oh, this is... Oh, literally a video of her getting her piercing. Oh my gosh. Blah blah.
I was there.
It's so weird actually hearing a voice with a face. I'm not gonna lie.
We can probably do that a lot this week. Definitely are your very best at the snagging thing, by the way. It's gonna be very sensitive. There, gotta be more careful than normal.
Mad sensitive.
No, it really is just keep it very tight. Try to keep it where I have to.
It's painful. Bloody mess.
Wait. Less than final. For real. I don't even know how bad I feel like right now.
Oh my. How old was the guy doing the piercings? I wanted to, dude. He was like super flirting. 25? That makes sense.
Just like sleeping is probably gonna be the biggest challenge because there's not much is going on there. But for the most part, keep some advil down, slowing your shit. Keep it speed as possible. Probably are gonna look longer than the other two. Yeah, such a lot less.
Dude, your ear was bleeding. Bro, there was like a pool of blood in your ear at the end. Did they have any topical anesthesia, or was it just raw dogging? That had to have hurt, didn't it? No, not really. Yep, there it is. Not really. Mostly annoying. I don't either, comma, but I do mind pain. How so? Don't. No. I don't think being annoyed is a typical trauma response. But now I just whine to Gabe. Okay. My head is so cold from my hair. But, oh.
COD Zombies has a pretty serious cheating problem, and it's probably not what you think. Part of the issue is just that there have been many cheaters this past year, but the bigger problem is ban evasion, which is when cheaters who were caught and banned make new accounts and continue submitting runs. There are known ban evaders on the leaderboards that ZWR refuses to ban, and probably even more that we just don't know about. But first, let's get into why some of these people don't get banned. Let's start with this guy Yelly. Yelly is a Mexican speedrunner who primarily played Revelations Easter egg speedruns on BO3. Last year, people noticed his Revelations co-op runs used an injected mod. An injection is not a normal mod because you can inject and uninject whenever, mid-game, and we could tell because in runs that he deleted, they went straight from their practice patch to normal resets without map restarts, which isn't possible regularly. Despite injected mods not being allowed in the first place, no one originally cared that much, until Yelly uploaded a The Giant speedrun with literally perfect RNG, and a Revelations speedrun with RNG for a 22-minute run, and he somehow only got a 24:18. So people were suspecting him of cheating, because he was getting insanely lucky while playing the speedruns themselves extremely poorly. He was asked to send the mod he used, which was an injected timer, as suspected, but the mod didn't work, meaning he sent a fake one, so he was banned for cheating, because he would have no reason to withhold the mod he was using unless the mod contained cheats, like RNG manipulation for example, which is a heavy part of the Giant speedrun. He also just had a bunch of videos on his YouTube channel of him cheating in games like CS and Warzone. A few days later, a new player appeared on the leaderboards named Whatever, with the pride flag as its nationality. Whatever played the same speedruns with the same people, used the same keybinds, and had the same ping as Yelly in his co-op games. And if this isn't convincing enough, Whatever submitted his first speedrun just days after Yelly was banned. So why didn't ZWR ban this account? Because apparently this isn't enough evidence, which I mean technically none of this is concrete, but it is so clearly the same person. And I myself have done a speedrun with a Bandivator, which I definitely regret, but I'll talk more about this later in the video. But anyways, that just shows how easy it is for someone to cheat and simply make a new account to continue uploading speedruns. ZWR's current system to deal with cheaters is also pretty terrible, because they strictly operate on concrete evidence-based bans, which if the cheater has any amount of brain cells will never happen. I've heard whispers and rumors that ZWR was going to introduce a real system for banning and unbanning, or any solution to the problem, but nothing has actually happened yet. Which brings me to this cheater, Pablito, aka Only Pablos, aka Pablovsky, and he goes by a few more names, but you get the point. This guy cheated round speedruns in 2023, and was caught because on one of his buried round speedruns, he cheated a bit too egregiously, and ended up with a physically impossible time to round 30, proving he cheated by manipulating spawn rates. Well, he came back to the community in 2024 on a new account under the name of The Broken Head 115. Doing the exact same speedruns with the same people, the same keybinds, and using the same digital vibrance filter. And ZWR didn't ban this guy despite all the evidence, until a player named Gedunga left a comment under my video where I unknowingly used the Broken Head's footage completely by accident. I asked him to fill me in on Discord, which he did, and then I shared everything he told me about the Broken Head with one of my friends who is also a ZWR admin, and got the case reopened, which finally got him banned. Shout out to Rai, his link will be in the description. The difference between the Broken Head and Whatever is that Gedunga managed to catch the Broken Head switching his Discord name on one of his accounts, so we had something concrete this time. But up until I got involved, and directly messaged my friend on the staff team, ZWR had completely ignored this situation of a cheater holding many world records on the leaderboards. Now, we're getting to the more controversial part of the video. There are many people currently in the community who have cheated in the past and were forgiven, so they're currently unbanned, while there are others who've cheated and remain banned despite years passing. I think it's fair to go about this issue on a case-by-case basis, because obviously you can't just unban everyone who cheated after a few years. So let's look first at Raspers. He was banned in 2022 for cheating a Garad Krovi speedrun by patching RNG. The rule back then was that after 3 months, your cheater status was removed, so he kept doing runs after being unbanned. But then, more people came out and accused him of cheating again. A player named OJumpy gathered clips, and another runner used these clips to make an exposed video titled Raspers Caught Modding, which is a compilation of Raspers' supposed most suspicious moments in his round speedruns on BO3. Obviously, it's pretty hard to understand what's suspicious here without knowing how round speedruns work. But basically, back then, he was accused of wall hacks, and nowadays, OJumpy says he was more likely using a zombie counter or something along those lines. And I'm not claiming to be a round speedrun expert, but I think all the suspicion boils down to this one main thing. We noticed he always did this glancing/scanning thing, where at round times, he would look at certain spawns without actually going there to check, and run away if there were no zombies. There are definitely clips where he does this, but in those same clips, he also checks spawns that have no zombies, like right here, where he checks this barrier. But if he was wall hacking, he would have skipped this and went straight to where the last zombies were. So unless he is purposefully trying to throw off suspicion, which I think is pretty unlikely, I don't think he used wall hacks. I don't even know if a wall hack mod exists in zombies. But if he was only using a zombie counter and not wall hacks, the whole glancing/scanning thing would be irrelevant, because a zombie counter doesn't tell you where zombies are, just how many are left. My biggest issue about this isn't the suspicion though. It's fine to be suspicious of someone, but 3Stream just lied in his video title saying Raspers was exposed for modding. Also, all these videos showing clips of Raspers have no audio for some reason, so we can't even hear the zombie noises Raspers may have heard to locate zombies. Anyways, Raspers ended up getting rebanned for this in 2023, and is still banned to this day. A former ZWR admin, Becca, was mainly responsible for this second ban, and later admitted she was much too easily swayed in the decision. I personally think he is innocent on the round speedrunning front, but every top round speedrunner I've talked to recently still seems to think he was probably cheating, which puts me on the fence. but he still did patch that GK speedrun in 2022, which is what people think he's banned for. And once again, there are many other speedrunners who are currently submitting runs and have cheated around this time, which is another very controversial topic I'd love to talk about, maybe in another video. But for any experienced round speedrunners watching this, I would love to see a detailed analysis of Rasper's most suspicious clips. The issue remains though that anyone who got banned for cheating can simply make a new account and continue submitting runs. And do you remember Prawley? Well, if you don't,
Oh,
he cheated
yeah.
the Shadows of Evil world record in 2023 by splicing his footage and modding his game.
1858 here, changes 1854.
Well, I don't know, like, how that would have happened. Like,
You have no idea?
I mean, no.
Carl Jobst even made a video covering the situation. Well, after he was exposed, he dropped this weird statement and then completely disappeared. But after nearly 3 years of nothing, he randomly returned to streaming Shadows of Evil resets on Twitch just a few months ago. Obviously he's still banned, so his runs won't be on the leaderboards, but he claimed that he wasn't trying to rejoin the community and just wanted to prove that he could sub 20 on Shadows legitimately. Then he'd quit. He got a 2009 off stream and tried to submit it on an account named Barcode, but for some reason he told Sable, another speedrunner, this account was him, and his alt was eventually banned. But ZWR somehow still needed more proof than an admission to ban him. Anyways, it's unclear what he was trying to do, but just last week, he got a 1953, achieving his goal of sub 20, but there are a few weird things about his game. First, his name is concerning. But seriously, despite streaming some resets, his sub 20 was not live streamed. After the run, he went live and watched it on stream, which was a pretty interesting stream. It mostly consists of people calling him a cheater, then probably gets upset and says,
Anybody that's not over there, it's not cheating. I mean, bro, Holt's just a though. I mean, there's not much to say, sorry, but because it's like Hole are like, holy shit, guys, this is patched. Like, I mean, bro, you're just like.
which is pretty weird to say considering he's only known because he cheated a Shadows record. I'm not sure why anyone would think he's playing legit just because he disappeared for a few years. The next thing though is that he doesn't use LiveSplit anymore, which is weird to me because LiveSplit is the main reason he was caught splicing in his original cheated speedrun. But anyways, despite achieving his goal of sub 20, he still occasionally streams Shadows of Evil resets, so I guess he changed his mind about his goal of sub 20. But now, let's talk about the Bandivator I played with. Vistek was mainly a Pack-a-Punch and Song speedrunner, which are very short, movement-based speedruns, where you often need the Shopping Free Gobblegum first hit to open the entire map for free. There was some controversy at the time where some people, including Vistek, wanted to allow a mod to guarantee Shopping Free first hit, so you didn't have to reset for it. One of the ZWR admins ended up telling Vistek it would be allowed, and throughout this whole debate, the official rules on the website were that patches are allowed for all categories except first room, round, and Easter egg speedruns. So Vistek started doing patched runs in Song and Pap speedruns, since it was allowed on the leaderboards. The issue is that no one knew of this weird rule on the site, including me, so I confronted him about it. It ended with him saying he wouldn't patch anymore, which he later continued doing because it was clearly allowed on the leaderboards. This kinda pissed me off, along with a few other things he did, like approving his own runs while he was a moderator on speedrun.com. This all gave him a pretty bad reputation in the community, and he somehow ended up getting banned for his patched Song speedruns, which were allowed on the leaderboard when he uploaded them. He was definitely falsely banned. Eventually, I got invited to do a 4-player Die-Rise speedrun with him secretly on the team on a ban-evading ZWR account called Zin, which I agreed to, since he never cheated anything. We ended up getting the record on the first session we played, which immediately got beaten by the original record holders. But yeah, in the end, Vistek made some questionable decisions and wasn't liked by most of the community, but never cheated any speedruns. And let's be honest here, it was pretty stupid of me to play with him on a ban-evading account and hiding it from people, so I'm sorry, and I do regret that. The last cheater I want to mention is Kira. Kira cheated the Dead of the Night speedrun world record by using a mod tool called Project BO4 and using a patch for various RNG. He was caught because there's a bug on Project BO4 where you get 2 ghosts instead of 1 from the crystal, and he was doing resets regularly on Project BO4 without getting this glitch, meaning he was playing on a patch. And when he was asked to show proof he wasn't getting this bug without the patch, he refused, basically proving he cheated, although he still denied it. A full year later, about 6 months ago, he finally admitted to cheating by making an unlisted YouTube video. In the video, he admitted to cheating, confirmed that we were right about how he cheated, and asked for forgiveness. although he recently deleted the video. After posting his apology though, he also posted a Dead of the Night speedrun for the Megas category 20 seconds faster than the world record, and insists he didn't cheat this one, although it won't be on ZWR because he's banned. We obviously don't know if this run was cheated because there isn't evidence, but this raises some serious questions about how we handle these cheating situations in the future. Do we just permaban every cheater? Should we unban cheaters after a certain amount of time, or after they apologize? I think cheaters should be handled case by case, depending on
You want to make up strategies? What is this?
You guys ready to go fucking crazy?
Someone actually hacked into the American Fork Police Department and released all the footage unredacted of my interactions with them. So this is the original footage I got with the redactions in, and this is the new unredacted footage. I'm lining them up and I'm going to keep only the redacted parts to see what they were actually saying.
I understand. This ends today. I know. We're talking.
Sadly, they weren't able to get the first 2 days where I was accused of having heroin on me, but the final 2 days, we were able to see a lot, actually. The footage starts with me going to Josh's house so I can serve him his legal court papers. Josh knows that if he goes to court with me, he's going to lose. So instead, a much easier option is he calls the police on me to prevent me from serving him.
His name is Ben Schneider. He's stalking my house. Will you come to my house, please, and come get them? I'm not gonna have stalkers.
Are they there right now?
They're on the side of the house.
One of the dispatchers made a note here saying that you were gonna shoot someone.
I'm done with this. Officer, can you please help me and my family and make this stop?
Yeah, absolutely.
She had a consignment deal with a guy named Brian Mansell. A year and a half, almost 2 years, she had this consignment deal with him and she never paid him.
So right away, Josh is lying to the police, which we can easily verify with all of the metadata timestamped pictures that show that the Lego sets were in the store when Josh took it over.
He's hired this YouTuber. His name is Ben Schneider. He's Reckless Ben. They sent people in saying they're gonna murder our manager. I'm done.
What are you guys doing here?
So we are in a court case with them and we have to serve them legal papers.
She is a process server and she's trying to serve you papers.
She's not a process server.
Okay.
Get the papers.
Have
They're
you-
fake
have you
papers.
dealt-
They're fake. Go get the papers.
Okay. You're okay if I bring those over to you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They're fake.
You have the see those papers?
Yeah.
So
A
this
bit
is what you're
punched
trying
in
to
the gut. I don't know what you, and I think you know why. Why? Is it the knocked thing? Yeah, I can't believe that, dude. I saw the J-Dubs video actually from a bit earlier today. I just watched it a little bit ago. And it has the reasoning that Tom gave behind why he cheated. And it's like, it's so weird. Like, he pointed out like, he's played so many, like, really long games of zombies and with only limited amount of downs, you know. He doesn't want to have the time wasted for it. He wants it for validation as well. It's so odd. It was so odd, the reasoning. But I'm obviously not justifying the reasoning. You know, I'm not justifying it at all. I kind of understand what he means, though. I get what he means behind all that. Like, that literally sounds like the perfect storm of circumstances. That doesn't mean you cheat, though, man. Like, yeah, just have patience. It's so... Oh, my... I don't even know how to... It's just... Let me find what he said exactly again. Here we are.
On July 23rd, 2021, Tom Phantom in advance, splicing his footage whenever his game ended. But all the footage he played himself, meaning he literally spent over 3 entire
Here it is. It is kind of like saying, yeah, Santa isn't real to the child, yeah. Hadn't thought of cheating until I had 3 long games close in a few months. And didn't want to waste time again, because I knew I was able to do the strat for hundreds of hours with limited downs. Okay, that's such a not valid excuse, though. Like, okay, that's like me saying, man, I was only 36 hours away from the 500-hour reset. I know I can do this here. I'm just gonna cheat my next... No, you don't do that. You still don't do it. This is my, what, 3rd attempt at this? I had a game that I screwed up on at 130 hours in. I had a game that I screwed up at, what, 486 hours in because of a crashed. You know, I don't go, man. You know, I know I can do this. I'm just gonna cheat. No, you don't say that. You suck it up and you go next. You play it again. Just that part is kind of disappointing to me. I will say. Yeah, that's a big mindset that I carry with myself. That whenever I play these really long games, is like, you know, that time's gonna pass anyway. So you might as well just do it again. Because I mean, he knew. He said he literally said he knew he could do it. He was good enough to do it. The only thing holding him back is crashes. And yeah, that part sucks, but... I don't cheat my way to a world record? Yeah. And things happen, like, you know... There's gonna be games that crash. There's gonna be games that you screw up. That's part of it. You can get so unbearably close, and something could still go wrong. It doesn't justify cheating. Internally, yeah, it probably does to him, but it just doesn't, though. So he has that. Then it also says... I mean, that part's personal, so you know that part. And then he goes, again, I said it earlier, but I kind of wanted validation. Wasn't doing much in life up to that point. Again, you know, he was, I think, putting weight on. He said he was, like, doing home workouts and everything. Wait. Filling weight on 15, 20 pounds a month. Hadn't had a job at that point. Had unlimited time, so it just all went together in this perfect mixture. I mean, that's the other thing. I get the validation part. I completely understand when he says he wants validation. I get that so much. You want to be able to do something no one else has ever done before, and that no one can be the first at doing again. I mean, that's why I'm playing this. I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't playing this game for, like, validation. That'd be a flat-out lie. But there's a difference between, you know, legitimately doing it and getting validation and cheating it and getting validation. Because internally, you're gonna know what actually happened. Everyone else may not, you know. But you yourself will know if you actually did it or not. Even if no one else does. And they just believe that you did. You know, I would love nothing more in the world than to be the first person to get a game of zombies that lasted 521 hours, you know, 57 minutes and 28 seconds. Have the second, it'll be the second, I think, longest speed run in a game of all time. I would love to have an article written about me. I would love to have Ludwig, of all people, acknowledge what I did. You know, validation is such a motivating, you know, but, it sucks. That's probably the most understandable reason as to why he did it. And that still, though, it doesn't make it right. Literally after I watched that video by J-Dubs, I'm kind of thinking about... I've been thinking about changing the song now. For if I do end up getting a reset on this map, I think I know what I'm going to change the song to. I don't think I want it to be that choice anymore. There's a song by Fox Stevenson called Love the Day. That has a part in it that I really like. Tom Fantasy wasn't the one who inspired me to go for long games, but he was definitely one of those people who was like, oh my gosh, he did what now? You know, it's like, it's one of those rare things you hear about that could be completely outside of your, like, niche of things, like media and content that you consume and things you enjoy. You're just like, wow, that's incredible. So, I mean, I remember when, not when it came out, but I remember, you know, a few weeks after that montage was posted, watching it and being like, holy crap. And that had, what, 86,000 views? Something like that was a huge deal. Let me find it. This is what the song is. Here it is. Where is it? It's this part specifically of the song that I really like.
Waiting to know the way. Oh, for who do I practice patience? For myself or others' validation? Oh, so much comfort in isolation. Replace that yearning with realization. Oh, are you craving some confirmation? Destination to destination. Can't stop the aching. Just
That's the song I think I want to use now. That's kind of the song I really want to use now for the, if I do get a game going that's like good enough to, you know, hit reset and all that. I like the messaging. I really like the messaging. Oh my gosh, I got to the bathroom. Ah, oh. Oh, that jump scare. Brick by brick. I love that comment. Who is this? Wait. Wait, this is a Holy Gooner Comics. What on earth?
thank you, Florida girl.
Oh my gosh, that's such a Gooner comic. That's funny. I'm watching that. So want to get 9 reset.
Someone actually hacked into the American Fork Police.
Get good, yeah. I've poured all my eggs into this one basket here for this map, so I really don't know what I'll do after this map. That's even if I get that's if I even get reset on this map, or will I just end up crashing again? You know, I have no idea. This could all be absolutely for nothing. You know, I could play a literal 450 hours, 435 hours all over again just to crash the moment and turn Pack-a-Punch on. So who knows? Alright, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a second. A bit. We'll see. Hold on. Okay. I got a haircut, and now, like, I had a whole bunch of hair on my head, and now I have very little. And my head is so cold. I'm having to wear, like, a beanie. It's, like, shivering. My head's like, ooh, it's cold. All right.
Department and
The instructions we got from Nate. He thinks if I just call the cops on me, he can get away with it, but we're showing him, like, we don't let him get away with his crime, so.
Okay.
You okay if I give these papers to him? Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Hang tight. Are you okay if she just gives you the papers so we can just get
Have
her?
you looked at the papers? I've talked to the Kaiser Police Department. There's nothing filed. So no, I'm not accepting service from him.
Okay.
Absolutely not. It's fake.
Okay.
It's not real.
That's completely fine. You have that right.
Yeah.
literally all this police officer has to do is be like, "You are served," and then he doesn't even have to accept them. He can literally just drop them. But as long as you say you are served, that counts as illegal serving. So why doesn't this cop just do that? Like this whole thing could be solved in literally 3 seconds. Like here, I'll time it. You've been served. Yeah, like literally 1.5 seconds, and this could be solved. This could literally be solved in 1.5 seconds. And this police officer is just purposely choosing to make this way more complicated than it has to be.
Hold on. All right. What are you wanting done today? Besides, obviously, talk to.
As much as you humanly possibly can.
I can screen charges. I'm open to screening charges through our attorney.
Yeah. Instead of serving these court papers like the police officer promised me he would, this officer would rather screen all possible charges for me to see what random stuff they can make up about me.
I'm gonna go talk with him, give him his paper back, since you do not want this.
Can I just peek at it?
What was that?
Can I peek at it?
It kind of puts me in a little bit
All
of a
right, never
bind.
mind. It's fake. There's no lawsuit anyway.
Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna give this back to him and trespass her.
Because here's the thing. Like, think about this logically. Do you think a process server would show up with a guy that's been harassing a YouTuber to serve papers in Utah?
Josh knows that if he gets served these papers, it's going to be really bad for him. And at this point, it seems like he's willing to make up any story he can to get us arrested before he gets served these papers.
They sent a lady in, and the lady's like, "Oh, I'm going to murder you," to Amanda, the manager.
And now, Josh has just committed a felony. Lying to the police officers about a false threat I made to get me arrested is super duper illegal.
He called the store billion done with
Prosecutor.
Not affiliated with you. Under 18.
Do you have an ID or anything like that on you?
She has to be related to this case, which Josh says he's never seen her before, so she can't be related to this case. Josh has verified that. And so the only option left is Josh must assume that she's an attorney. But if Josh has never heard of her before, how does he know she's an attorney? And spoiler, she's not an attorney. But so I don't know what Josh means when he says she's pretending to be a process server, because
a server in the state of Utah.
So right now,
I want her.
Okay, fuck it. Just give me something, madam. I'll just give me a key.
I play Balatro. me check on that one thing. My that previous stream I did. I'll make sure the footage is all good to go. Since when does Luya stream on what? Since when did he stream on YouTube? And Twitch.
Mais quelle pagaille! He's made such a mess again.
What am I, oh, that's right, YouTube. Channel, live, playlists. Yeah, it shows everything. I don't know why it went earlier then. It's so odd. Alright. I love this song, it's so fun.
Gotta level up, gotta get naughty. All the boys say I'm a little salty, but they kinda like it when I get a little ballsy. Gotta level up, gotta get naughty. Gotta let them leave when the rest get
this was. Oh, honey, it's a fucked up world. Can't you see the fun in that? Somebody better hold me back. My God, just do it. I'm so done thinking through it. 'Cause I got bruises, doing something stupid. Oh, honey, it's a fucked up world. You can bet your life on that. Somebody better hold me back. Oh, honey, it's a fucked up world. Can't you see the fun in that? Somebody better hold me back. Oh, baby, that was quite a punch. Can somebody check my pulse? It's been a minute since I tasted blood. I forgot how good this was. Oh, honey, it's a fucked up world. Can't you see the fun in that? Somebody better hold me back. My God, just do it. I'm so done thinking through it. 'Cause I got bruises, doing something stupid. Oh, honey, it's a fucked up world. You can bet your life on that. Somebody better hold me back.
I may as well have just opened. What the hell? Dude, this is... I literally might as well.
Oh, honey, it's a fucked up world. Can't you see the fun in that? Somebody better hold me back.
Why do we have to fight?
That was like the Arcana pack of like plentiful bounds.
It took me by surprise. Thought we would be out for our life. Don't you know I'm here when you need it? We both know that time doesn't mean shit. But you're now seeing red. I hear the thunder right at the end of the summer. Follow that shadow, taking our time till we let go. Burning like lightning, not letting fear bring the golden. Hold on to our dream, want to believe we can have peace. I just can't get enough.
negative seltzer?
Take it, it's mine. What's mine to find? Do what I can. Keep it alive. All in all, I try to survive. I'll do what I have to protect with my life. Like watching the light bathe in your eyes, twisting the knife, trying not to smile. No, I'm not the man who does these dark things. Something inside me, I think, is drowning. Something in my blood that's unfamiliar. Either I'm lost or in control. Salt the earth, prove your worth. I got a reputation as a killjoy. Killjoy. Oil and dust, blood and rust. I can't stop feeling that killjoy. Killjoy. Hammer down, no more sound. High up the fields of this killjoy. Killjoy. Watch the light leave his eyes. Man, I'm so addicted to the killjoy. Killjoy. Gotta take it, it's mine. It was mine to find. Do what I can to keep it alive. Taking you home to keep you alive. To keep you alive. To keep you alive. I'm afraid to fall. Tell me what you want if I'm wrong. Hate to see you leave like that. Gotta take a chance and come right back. I've never been in love before, but you're knocking down all my walls. Hate to see you leave like that. Gotta take a chance and come right back.
No, I should have took that because it was. Dang it. Oh well.
Started
Reserved parking, that's not bad. Negative reserved parking. Ooh, a Cavendish though.
One look from across the room, I feel like I'm falling for you now. I vibe with the way that you move. Should I come and meet ya? Be nice, break the ice and we'll see. Heart bounce to the sound of the beat, yeah. Think twice, is it really that deep? And what will you say? What if we like the same stuff? Who knows where this could go? Hello, stranger. Wanna hang out later? One day, maybe I could be your lady. Hello, stranger. Wanna hang out later? One day, maybe I could be your lady. So yeah, now Fraves and I really will dress. I'll say that I'm kinda impressed. You smile when it lights up the night. I've got my mind set. Take 5, get my feet on the ground. My friend says, what is this all about? I'll tell, but I'm not making sense. You mess with my head. What if we like the same stuff? Who knows where this
Oh, it's a ghost Joker. I gotta take that.
if only you could tell me and what you're looking for. Hello, stranger. Wanna hang out later? One day, maybe I could be your lady. Hello, stranger. Wanna hang out later? One day, maybe I could be your lady.
Oh yes, 2 Barons. Let's go. 3 billion score by Anti7. Wow. Oh, negative Mr. Bones. Okay. I mean, it's not a bad thing to have.
Shoreline, lonely little orange boat light, heading out for somewhere new. If I lead into my so-called breakdown, I could build myself back up now, better than before. You'll see now. I should set sail soon too. And I try, but nothing's getting through. Uncertain life, I'm telling you that I just don't know.
E11 already?
Behind myself, and I just don't know.
Thank you, game.
Maybe the headwinds from acceleration, and all I need is determination to hold my bearing and keep it bold. There's still so many problems I should solve, so I'll be rushing towards some horizon or something I could keep my eyes on. There's some way I could reach my prize, even though I still just don't know.
Back, hello. Gotcha, okay. Ooh, negative photograph. I'll take that. Seven down so far? Gotcha. But it's fine, because it's Gorod, and you get, like, pretty much infinite downs, I thought. When you do the Easter egg, how you do it. SCI error. Wow. Okay, I did not know that. Come on, game. We need to get more death cards. Oh, is it? Yeah. I don't know. I don't have my OBS is like so covered up and everything. There we go. Better. Or should be better. Pluto, I'll take that. I'm to that point in this game where I'm like, ugh. I'm like, oh, I have to play. Dang it. That's where I'm at right now. I'm to that point again. And trying to find reasons not to play it. Ooh, Aura. No. Jake on Ancient Evil? Is he playing that back? I thought he was doing that for his like round 100 guide that he's making right now. Yeah, and this Wheel Undead the Night, yep. Gary sent 4 images? For what? Oh no, I think Gary's been hacked. Dude, Gary, I think Gary's Discord's been hacked. Hold up. Look at this. Immediate pause. Oh no. I was like, dude, wait, what does Gary want? Nothing. He wants nothing. He's sending me pictures from Andrew Tate. Rip. Bro's account got hacked. There's no way these are real. Dude, Andrew Tate. I am pleased to announce I'll launch my own cryptocurrency casino linked in. Okay. Wow, guys. Oh my goodness. He made his own crypto. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Real money. Rip Bro got hacked. Watch it, he like messages back like, no, this is real. Let me go tell ZWR real quick. Let me message Chief real quick. Just to give him a heads up. Dude, PSA to everyone, change your passwords pretty frequently, okay? Poor guy. Poor guy. I doubt that we have to... I imagine it's went to everyone. Oh yeah, or two-step, yeah. I don't know of a good way to get a hold of him. Does the profile have anything? Oh, he's got his Twitch connected. Does he still stream on here, though? No. Oh, well. Oh, my. Yeah, two-step or something you need to have. Alright. Continuing the Bolacho run. Okay, the round should be over any second. Oh. Speaking of which, should be over in just a second. I got 4 minutes. Yeah! Woohoo! Took a while to get to 220 hours. Ever since that update came out for my other game, though, Satisfactory, I've been playing a lot of that. Oh, look at that. There we are. I know for a fact, though, I do not get dogs. I had dogs on, I think, 205. Oh my gosh, another Baron? I can't wait for this to be over. I can't get my hopes up, though, because I'm not even halfway, so... There we go. I think we get rid of the banana. We get our 3rd Baron. Ooh, then we skip to get another negative tag. Okay, so I'm getting 12 re-triggers per card. 12 times 9. I'm getting 108 re-triggers. That's pretty good. Oh, that's loud. I'm making E21 already. Oh my gosh. What are the odds? I just got another mime. I have 2 mimes and 3 barons. I literally don't think I can actually get much better than this, what I currently have. There's another death card. I need that. We'll skip this to have the potential. Dead Knight game is over? I don't think it is yet, no. I think he just hasn't been playing it. I think he burnt himself out a little bit and he's taking a break. I'm getting 16 read triggers per king. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I wonder what the score will even be. $28. Holy. Alright. Alright. Oh my gosh, and I got a ghost. Oh, but I literally have nothing to hold on to it with. I have ghost and DNA, but I have nothing that I can use it on. Wow, that's sad. Okay. Oh, I don't know why I got rid of that one. Dang it. Oh, well. I mean, any, I guess, additional chips is good, but... The only issue with this strat here, though, is it just takes so long to play. What are the only vouchers I have not gotten yet? There are only 5 more vouchers I could possibly get. And I need to get my ecto, I actually might need to snag an ectoplasm. No way I haven't gotten telescope yet. Holy, okay. Ooh. I mean... having a brainstorm doesn't really do much for me. But it's versatile. The hook? That's fine. Yeah, I'm lazy. I don't have a times command. Hey, max ammo, yeah. Hey, I don't have them. Not this game. I'm too lazy this game. E29. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, another showman. Probably good to like anti-17, honestly. There's Telescope. If this gives me any more score here. I have 3. Oh, I have more than 3. Okay. Round? Do some math. Put your thinking cap on and do some math. You wanna do math? Oh, that kind of sucks. It's like, let's see, 207, what, 463? I think. Ooh, all the plant, that would actually murder me. Good thing I can re-roll it. Yeah, I don't have commands for this. E29. I mean, that's good, but that means I'll still die in like 2 more antes. E29. Okay. There it is. Antimatter. That's what I needed. That's what I needed. I needed antimatter. Now I just need like a blueprint. That's the last thing I'm missing. Tom Fantasy. I can beat the Violet Vessel. I can beat that. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I actually didn't even think about that, but he is kind of right. I mean, here's the thing though. I got nothing to hide. I got literally every single second, I'm pretty sure, of footage currently up. I might be missing like a max of 30 seconds. But yeah, kind of some not irreparable damage, but definitely some damage she did. I was looking at the J-Dub's video that he posted, and his reasoning is very odd. It's not like... I don't know how to explain why he, like, the reasoning of what he says, but it's just really weird. He was like, you know... A lot of it was he just wanted to, like, I guess be known for something? Like, that's basically what, like, that's what seemed like the main part of it, was that he wanted to be, my tongue is, like, really hurting, so I can't talk well. It looked like he just wanted to be known for something, pretty much. You crashed? What? No way. Guess you have to cheat now. Oh my gosh, new bit. You have to cheat now? What? Oh my, hold on. Twitch. Are you streaming it? Or are you just... Let me guess the convo. Take a wild guess. Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I thought you were saying you crashed IMZ. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I was like, oh man, I guess you have to cheat now. Yeah, like, I get... Here, like, I don't... Obviously cheating, you don't cheat in a game, you know. But I can see... why he did it. Is that bad if I say that? Like, is that bad that I get that? He's like, I don't want to have to go through all the, you know, I don't want to be playing. I know I can do it. I don't want to go through this much to crash again. And it's like, oh my gosh, wow. I mean, I see why he's saying that. But, I mean, obviously you still just don't do it, but... Type in the stream, gotcha. Like, the reasoning that he gave just... I don't know. And play out from there? I mean, obviously not, no. Let me bring up what he said. Let me find it real quickly. Yeah, no, it's a huge, like, it becomes a problem really quickly. Let me get all my spins in for my game here real quick. The Fool? Or this? No, I'll take this. Alright, let me bring it up here real quick. Pause that. Let's see here. Chrome, YouTube. History. And then... Oh, here's J-Dubs' channel. Let me click on his channel. Dude, my tongue hurts so much. Ah! Alright.
Response.
Here we are. Okay, so this is what this is what he says here, alright? I mean, there's personal things in here, obviously. I won't say that part, but... So, I've been grinding real games for Strat Tester, and just before... let's see. Hadn't thought of cheating till I had three long games close in a few months, and didn't want to waste time again, because I knew I was able to do the strat for hundreds of hours with limited downs. That was the first sentence of his explanation. He's already had 3 long games at this point in a few months and didn't want to waste time again because he knew he was able to do it. I could have said the exact same thing about my game, you know? I could have said the exact same thing about my tag game. Like, oh, I know I can press a button for 4. I just don't want to waste the time, you know? But no, I didn't. Crashing is a part of it to an extent. I mean... and so like I get what he means when he says that, but the answer is not cheating. The answer is saying, well, dang it, that really sucks. You spiral into a depression for like a half a year. You play some other games and you bring it back up the next time. You run it back in a year. That's what you do. That's what I did, and that's what I'm doing right now. You don't cheat. So there was that. So another one he said here was, again, I said it earlier, but kind of wanted validation. That was another part of it, is he wants valid. And honestly, I think that's the most relatable part of what he said. Is because, like, you know, I was saying this earlier, I would be lying my ass off if I didn't say, or if I didn't, you know, tell the truth, say, yeah, a big reason why I'm playing tag for 500 hours 100% it's because there's some, like, you'll get validation out of it. I mean, I would be lying if I said I don't care about that. No. It's a flat out lie. Even the idea or the prospect, the thought of being recognized by, like, Ludwig of all people, of your game that you played, you know, having an article written about it, having all of these things that people are like, oh my gosh, and look at, that's very enticing. I'm a human. I'm sorry that I'm a human, but that's super duper enticing. So yeah, I mean, there is a big part of it is clout. Yeah, 100%. It's a really big part of it. Now, that isn't the only reason. If that was the only reason, I would be doing something that's a lot easier than this. You know, I would be doing probably speed runs. I mean, I imagine, you know, getting speed runs on other things and whatnot would take less time than playing this map for over 1,500 hours. So a part of it is also just because of, like, I do enjoy it to an extent, you know. But that isn't the only reason. What is this here? Create up to 2 tarot cards? I'll do that one. So. Yeah, there's so many things that I could say about it. Like, I get why he did what he did. You know, I can understand why he did it. It's so weird, you know. Oh, I almost did not make it in this game. Dang, Blatro. Oh, E30. Okay, I'm, like, safe for another anti-steal. Nice. Whew. Onk? I don't need Onk. Don't need those either. Ooh, wait, I can do this right here. I can death that. This, bam, pop that. I cheated my former Pack-a-Punch speedrun world record. Blah, blah, blah. I know, right? How dare you? Yeah, but I get yeah, that's a good point. As much as I get why he did it, it still does. It leaves a stain. It does leave a stain on it, on the high round people. Because, you know, here's the thing. You know, someone like him, okay, he pulled off a 300-hour-long game that got that much notoriety around it. What happens here, and let's say in 3 months, when I complete my own game here, right? And I finish this game up, and I'll say I get my 522-hour reset. I'm going to be looked at with such a microscope now. People are going to question every single thing about me. Oh, did he really do this? You know. And that's now something I'm going to have to deal with. Oh my gosh. It's an Arcana pack I opened. Why are there 0? What the heck, man? No, nothing, no, arcane things in my Arcana pack. Crazy. I have no idea. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. He disrespects people who play games that are actually hundreds of hours. Does he really? Let's see here. More of this. Game. Please, game. I need something. All face cards are drawn face down. Ooh, I got the wall, though. That's fine. I can deal with the wall. Ooh, I only have like 2 more cards left until I, Wow. You have my Mr. Bones, though, so I don't know if that's even gonna... Yeah, Krupp's kind of committed, like, brand suicide when he did that. Which is unfortunate, because I actually really liked Krupp's. I really enjoyed Krupp's videos, and I actually still do. I still do enjoy Krupp's videos to an extent. Blinds. Ooh, E30 I might be able to make. I don't know. We'll see. Bum, 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 bum. Uploading world record history videos? Yeah, but I think he was kind of done with the zombies is what I think. I think he got sick of zombies because he started his other... I actually watched his video that he has on his other channel is actually really good. It's about baseball, of all things. Let me find it. I watched it one night, and it was, honestly, I have never watched baseball a day in my life. And it was really, really good. I think it should have got, honestly, I think it should have gotten more views. It's called Brutal Mistakes. It's about brutal mistakes made in baseball.
Nightmare. While being escorted and driven to his home, his name, address, and other personal information.
Like, it's actually a really, really good video. I could not recommend it enough. Accused first game of being fake. Here's the thing, what if he's right? And I've always thought about that. What if he's just right? What if we've all been wrong this entire time and his game literally is just completely fine and legit? No stuff? Yeah, I agree. Here's the thing, I don't think Krubs could have ever known about the thing that no one knew about anything that Tom happened about Tom's game being like that, really until the that 221 game was played. RNG. Okay, you know what I actually thought about doing the other day? Or not the other day. After I found out Tom's game was cheated, I was really wanting to do this. I'm like, no, it's too early. It's gonna be so mean if I did this. So you know how the ice water eventually, once you get to high enough round on the map on hardcore, when the zombies touch the ice water, they physically can't hurt you anymore. I was gonna make a Twitter post, be like, guys, I have to come clean about this, but I cheated, and I was gonna go out into the ice water and have all the zombies be hitting me and everything, so it looks like I'm using a god mode. I was gonna do that, but I'm like, no. That would be really mean. That would be awful if I did that. Never you. I know, right? Could have been the funniest thing ever, but... Oh, another negative reserved park. It's the second one this game. Brown out, brown out, brown. Brown out, brown out, brown, brown. Is it go for it, Kappa? I've been accused of cheating. I don't think I've been accused of cheating yet, which is really, I don't know. Is that sound weird? Like, I kind of figure someone would have accused me of something by now. Like being in a game that long, no one's batting an eye about it. People just kind of taking it like, oh yeah, face value. Where's my cheating accusations? Do BO4 players even cheat? Surprisingly, yeah. There's Kira. Kira used to be a Dead of the Night speedrunner who actually ended up admitting to cheating. That was maybe about a year ago, probably. That's like the only really like main one that's actually happened on BO4 so far, though. High rounds? Not really. Yeah, I have never seen someone on BO4 cheat a high round yet. And I think a reason why is, what is there to cheat? Like, seriously, what is there in BO4 high rounds that you can honestly cheat? I mean, the only thing you can really do is what? Box. Okay, we'll just, I don't think most people wouldn't like look at someone getting first box on BO4. There's really, I can't like think of much. Like, even that, they'll say, like, oh, I wanna mod the box BO4 on BO4 for RNG. And you're, like, going to play, like, there's no map where that's useful, except for Dead of the Night. And even then, you already get good odds on Dead of the Night because of the code in the game. Yeah, I don't understand it. And his response said that he did it because, So Tom Fantasy, apparently in one of his responses he had with Jumpy or whoever it was, he said something along the lines of, I've already had 3 really long games in the past 3 months, and I don't want to, like, go through another really long game just to crash. I don't want to waste my time just to crash. Even when I know that I can play for hundreds of hours doing the same thing without any issues. Which is eerily similar to, like, my case, but it's just two endings to the same story. super long games that have, you know, crashed, ended in some way. He decided to cheat, and I just didn't. I don't know what to say. That, and then there's the other one where he says, what was it? Like popularity, not popularity. What was the word he used? Space UK. Oh my, Space UK, dude. I haven't heard that name in like years. Oh my gosh, isn't he like legit now? I could have swore I saw something about Space UK like having a redemption or something now. I don't remember though. Yeah, like I had a 130-hour game that I traded rates out on. I had a 100 or 486-hour game that I crashed on. But I'm not booting the game back up, you know, and cheating through the entire thing. No. And we know what he called. He's not. In reality, he's not top 50. Ah, okay. Also, I think there's a lot of things on... I mean, okay, what is there to cheat on BO for a high round? Zoink beat him at the time when Space UK... That's insane. Oh my gosh. Having a lot on BO4? Yeah. Has there been any console cheaters ever in the past? Baker reset, yep. So yeah, I will say I can't think of anything you can really do on console. Some parts of me wish like I wish I could like make the game play itself 3 times as fast. You know? Like this is super easy. Like I'm sitting here pressing a button maybe once every 0.5 seconds, 0.75 seconds, maybe once a second. Like if I just sat here spamming the circle button, I would much rather be doing that at double speed than like this at normal speed. Because if it did only take 250 hours, I'd be done in 30 hours. That'd be insane. That'd be awesome. But no, I gotta sit. I'm not even halfway done yet. I still gotta sit here for another pretty much 300 hours. Oh, hey, speaking of which, in 2 hours, I'll be under 300 hours left. That's awesome. Boring, yeah. Will they use timescale and slowed the game down in a video editor? Yep. It's all pre-recorded, guys. He got me. I actually timescale his entire things by like 10x and everything. Like, I actually sound like a chipmunk IRL. You know, this pre-recorded footage you're hearing of me talking right now, I'm actually like related to Alvin. W conspiracy. Whatever chipmunks sound like. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. W conspiracy, yeah. Whoa. Hold on. Would it be considered cheating if Will made it harder for himself? How would it be harder though? Bit weird. If you had two people, I've actually always wondered that. I have thought about that before. What if me and a friend, or like, let's say I would play whenever I'm not at work and I had a duplicate of me or something like that. And they would play whenever I was at work. Is that allowed? I've never thought about that though. Harder because it's faster? I wouldn't think so, and the reason why is because I would just the tempo at which I press the knife button would be a little faster. I don't think that would be. Well, it might be a little harder actually. Yeah, I've always thought about that though. Is it still considered a solo game if you have multiple people playing it? And also, what if I just what if I was just one of those people who have a microphone? What if I was one of those people who just had no microphone and was mute and didn't talk? How would that go? How would they ever know that it's two people? I mean, I talk in pretty much every single stream I ever do, so it's me. But plus, I'll be darned if I can't sit here for 500 hours and be bored. If I can't spend 11 months of my time just sitting around being bored, I've failed as a human. Colo op, yeah. Techless undetectable, go for it. Yeah, let me just go grab another person who's willing to sit here for another 260 hours and press one button and do nothing else. I wouldn't trust anyone other than myself. That's the thing. I don't care who it is. That is the main reason I like solo games so much. I know in a solo game, if something goes wrong, it's like 99% of the time it's my fault. That's why I get too angry when playing competitive games with other people involved, because I could be playing at my perfect. I could be playing perfectly, but if my teammates aren't, it doesn't matter. I can only do so much with other people. But if I'm by myself, if I'm doing everything I can, then that's 100% of what I'm capable of. And so if I down, if something happens, that's on me. That's the kind of idea behind solos. That's why I mainly do solo games. I like being self-reliant in that sense. Even though this is something that's super easy right here, I still wouldn't trust anybody else to do this here. Yeah, it's super easy, but I still don't trust anyone else to do it. Not because they can't do it, it's just because I want to know that if something went wrong, it's because of what I did, not because of what someone else did. I get mad at zombies when I die. I get mad. I don't know. When's the last time I've gotten mad at zombies? I think it was like... It's the dogs. The dogs are the main ones that make me mad. I don't really get mad at zombies that much, but... I don't know. It's kind of... If I have a really long game, it's a big commitment, Okay, it's gonna sound insane. I have to imagine that's what a breakup feels like. I really have to imagine that losing a really long game of zombies is what a breakup feels like. Because I've never had a breakup, technically speaking. Someone is actually playing as zombies, and when you're a popular player, the zombies are less aggressive. POV every Warzone streamer. whenever the Warzone streamer is playing and they're... A breakup probably feels worse. I guess, yeah. More emotion goes into it? I don't know. I mean, I've always said, you know, okay, when I lost my zombies game last year, I was kind of like really depressed about it. I don't think you guys understand, like, obviously it can never okay, in real world, no. Yeah, breakup's worse, okay? Obviously. I'm not trying to say that at all here. I'm not one of those stupid people. But I was like, I don't know. I was so, I didn't know what to do. That was what I did in my free time. Or never finding someone up to 30s. What would feel worse? A first breakup or never finding someone up to 30s? I think a breakup, because at least if you get to 30, you know, you're still gonna potentially meet someone, but dude, yeah, it's like brain rot questions. What's worse? Losing a game of zombies or the love of your life? What's worse, guys? Oh my gosh. After that tag game though last year, I was like thrown into a funk for a while. I didn't like play any games for a little bit. I don't know what I did. I kind of did a lot of scrolling on my phone. Will others suffocate? Yeah. As in 30S, you've never had that feeling of her. Oh, okay. I don't know. It probably depends on who you ask, honestly. I bet there's some people who would rather... I don't know. Round 30 and couldn't find a duo? Yeah, right. Dude, I'm on round 22. Technically you're on 207, but... That... I was crying when I lost my best end of the year Sauron, but not near... Wait, I can tell you that much. I almost cried when I lost my best end of the survival run, but didn't feel nearly as bad when I got dumped. Yeah. I mean... I don't have a good... I don't have anything to compare it to. That's the thing. I really don't have something... Like I said, technically speaking, I don't have anything good to compare it to. What would... Oh my gosh. I laid in bed all day. I stopped... So normally, when I was in that game, I was... I don't know. I think I picked up more hours at work after that. Because I wanted more time to finish that game up. You know what's so depressing as well? Is I had everything planned. In my notes section on my phone, I had every single day planned until the end of the game. How much I would play every single day until the very end. It was going to take one more week. And I completed 2 of the 7 days. I had 5 days left in that game. I had it planned out, and I was locked into it, and I lost that game. Healthy circumstance would be vice versa, though? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think definitely losing a relationship's gotta be way worse than, like, any game of zombies. Crazy final verdict, but, you know, who would have guessed? Real-life relationships slightly more important than a game. Wow, who would have guessed? Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, I dedicated so much of my time to that game, one game of zombies. It had become part of like routine for me, like brushing your teeth in the morning and all that stuff. You know, it became routine. Part of the day consisted of playing at least one round. I'd sit down, I'd press a button for about 2.5 hours. I'd get up and go and then do whatever else. That's what this game here is becoming to an extent as well. Not nearly as much this time around, though, because of how little I've played this year. Like, this time last year, I was already done with the game. I'm over 260 hours behind this year, though. Here's the thing: if I found something better to do than to than to play this game, I would. If I found something that was more interesting in a sense of I'm a very super goal-oriented person. I think it's extrinsically motivated instead of intrinsically motivated. I can play games like Minecraft and beat the Ender Dragon and have a lot of fun, but after that, I don't know what to do. That's why I've never been able to keep a long-term survival world. And that's also why games like Satisfactory, where you have one big, huge, daunting goal, are so captivating to me. It's because you're given an entire world, and you're just given the goal of, hey, save humanity. And you're given all the freedom of how to do it. And that's why I love playing that game so much. Because the end goal takes like 400 hours if you're pacing yourself. Maybe 200, 300, 400, somewhere in that area. But it's also why, you know... So it's kind of the same ideal with this here, is that there's one end goal, get to 522 hours of in-game time, and that's why it's like, oh, okay, I want to try that. And crash over 40 hours in a video game? Yeah. Like, here's what I said before. Tagged or Toten can't break up with me. I break up with it. I can come back to this whenever I want. I'm the one who picks the controller back up and plays the map again, so. But no, yeah, if I found something more captivating to do than doing this, I would do that in a heartbeat. I just don't, I don't really do too much though, you know. I go to work, I go to school, I get straight A's, or pretty much close to straight A's, you know, A's, B's. I have things that I know I like to do or want to do, interests in criminology and criminal justice. I'm not looking here. You're locked in. Yeah. No, this map is begging for mercy. It's begging me for me to put out its misery and put it down. I can't do that though for another 360 or 300 hours. So. No, if I found something better to do tomorrow morning that I know for a fact I'd have more fun and would stick with for longer than I have with BO4, I would quit this game tomorrow morning. Oh. So. But nothing like that has popped up yet for me, so I continue to press one button. Oh, my tongue hurts. I want to listen to this again, this thing I made. FL Studio. I love this project so much. A Boy in His Snare. This was so fun to make. Yeah. Pops, this can be gotten rid of. That was fun. Quit this run for a gothic baddie cap. I would. That no cap. I would. If I had someone come up to me tomorrow and was like, "Hey Ryan, want to go out?" See, all you gotta do is quit your tag game, and I'm yours forever. I'm ending the game, dude. I'm stupid if I don't. Like, it's actually a huge throw on my end if I don't quit the game. Gotta do a surgery for competitive advantage. Be right back. Gotta do a surgery for a competitive advantage. What? What would that be? What kind of surgery would give you a competitive advantage? And what? Surgery in the sense of that was gonna be... What could you do to get a competitive advantage in a surgery? Super joke, sorry. That's funny. You know, I kind of wondered. I've always wondered this to an extent, right? Like, everything, Call of Duty Zombies is like typically extremely male dominated. I wonder if I was a woman, and did everything the exact same as I'm doing now in life, how much further would I have gone? You know, if I was a woman and made the highest round possible in every BO4 map. How would that have played out? You know, how would have me streaming played out? How would have I, as a woman, getting, you know, to 486 and turning in what's typically like a highly male-dominated area played out? I've always wondered that. Be simping? Dude, I don't know. That's the thing. I always wonder, like, really odd things like that. Reviewers in Sluya, but not too much more. Sluya gets, like, what? 20-something? 20-something on YouTube, like 60-something on, Twitch? Isn't he live right now? Yeah, he is. There he is. Oh my gosh, Drain BB went live! Oh, look at that. He's playing Town again. No jug. Let's go, Sluya. Woo! More dono subs? Yeah, dude. I'd be rich. I wouldn't have to... I wouldn't have had to keep working. Maybe. I don't know. That's a strat. Maybe. New strat found on BO4. Just be a high round player and be a girl at the same time. New strat. Or just be a girl in general. Tag would pay for my bills? Honestly, it would. Like, if I got paid the federal minimum wage of, like, what, $7.25 an hour here in the U.S., and all I had to do was play tag, I would quit my job at the hospital instantly and just play tag all day. It'd be a way easier. Sweeping all day? I would be. I'd be sweeping all day. All day, every day. Until this map has literally no records left for me to get. And then I get to the next map. Or just to play like BO4 all day. You know, I would do it 100%. Quit every job I have, whatever. Be a super easy thing to do in life at that point. 100% completion? Yeah, I would actually 100% BO4 in every single record in it. I would have every single world record on BO4 that a solo player could have. That's actually a really good question, and we can actually figure that out. Let's say 1 attempt per map, and you hit reset on every single map instantly, no issues at all, nothing went wrong. Every category, everything like that. Let's just do tagged or totem alone. How long would that take? So high rounds on tag. There's solo with classics, all. There's classics and all. And there's 4 things. So there's 8 games right there. Oh, realistic? A long time. But still doable. Actually, wait, I want to check. See what is doing. Ancient Evil Lover. Last time he streamed was 2 days ago. Oh, loud. He's on 271. Okay. Check his description. No, nothing. Nothing says about it ending yet. He's been taking it a lot slower, though, recently. Which I have no issue with, because it gives me time to kind of catch up. But the only way I'll catch up is if I actually play more than him, so. I do need to, unfortunately, start playing a bit more than I have been. You mean a lot? Yeah, I gotta play a lot more. I'm not even halfway there, and it's been 6 months. It's been half a year. I'm literally behind pace of, like, I will 11-month error before anything else happens, so. I mean, obviously I need to play more, but. Wait, you know what? Okay, hold on. I left a comment on... this guy's, what's his name? Baldy. What's his name? T-Lex, Lexify. It's kind of hypocritical of me to say. Because Lex made a video about how the 255 game was cheated on Noct. I think it's actually just a reaction. Yeah, it's just a reaction, really, but as per usual. I left a comment, or he says this at 35 seconds in. He's like, wait.
Gaming was at least the longest world record for all of gaming history. There was never even a record close to the round 255 on Nocturne and Totem for it being over 300 hours.
So I left a comment saying, give me like 3 more months. And then some guy like responded to me. Oh, the Horror King. I remember the Horror King. That's what's his name? Wait. Dude, Chief responded back to that. It's funny. Lol, he does. He has 480 hours. That's funny. I was like, dude, give me like 3 more months and I'll have this game done. I promise. So, man, I'm excited for my Mr. T Lexify reaction. That would be awesome. Did someone beat the Super Mario Bros. World record? No way.
Oh wow! My down button just stuck on the.
If he reacts, yeah. If he reacts, knowing my luck, I wouldn't get a reaction.
Wow, that's never happened before. Okay.
I gotta see this.
One type of song I should not like, and I think it's.
Do 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 do.
I'm him. I'm him. Dude, I
He's a, he's a, I'm him. I'm him.
asked me to fuck. It is split perfectly, dude. I'm him. Dude.
A 454.3. Isn't that like the 1 frame off of world record? Oh, he's 6 frames from the TAS. Okay. He's 6 frames away from TAS. That's insane. The BO4 has a round cover of 255. No. If I get reset in this game, I'll make a video about it probably. And break my 1.5 year hiatus off YouTube. Not when this round's over. It's gonna be like another, what? 30 minutes maybe? For a minute. Oh no. Maybe, alright. Isn't it like almost midnight for you, IMZ? Oh, Gary, he, deleted the pictures. Those are funny. Okay. We'll see what happens with that. I just watch I just kind of scroll on Instagram probably. A furry frat? Why is this the first video on my For You page? What the hell? It's not a hard tattoo at all.
This is me in the parking lot about to get this raccoon cut off my head. Let's see if the barber hooks me up. Hey, thanks again for doing my homework. You really saved my ass. Coach said one more F and I'm all ash until I...
Wait, what is this?
What exactly did you have in mind? Oh. This is me in the parking lot about to
What
get
have I-
this raccoon cut off my head. But I'm gonna be doing a challenge to see
How many furries can I... Why is my For You page, like, awful now? Well, it's not awful, but it's, like, definitely not my normal. How many furries can I crack in 30 days?
Crack in 30 days. And if you know ball, you would know that with hypergamy, these furries have become extremely selective. So at this point, I really have no other option but to fraud max. So I'm just gonna
What
take
is
some
that?
aesthetic photos just like this of guys that look like they've definitely taken down quite a few furries, and have AI replace his face with mine so I can upload these to my dating apps. And I just use Regen to do this, by the way.
Oh, it's a... Okay, so it's it's a scam.
Photos to my profile, and I'm already receiving messages from furries just like Polly. So it's definitely looking promising. I'll keep you guys updated on.
I mean, is that the method? Is it the method?
Fine, another reader in the family. You know, these are some of my favorite books and authors. Oh? What are you reading right now? Oh, boy.
Well, I'm sort of between books right now. Yeah, I was understand you're right. I'm actually rereading a lot of stuff.
Yeah, like what? Just tap out.
The classics, you know? Going back to the, basics, really.
Words on the printed page. Thank you, Steve Gutenberg. Right? What is this? Oh, I don't even think it's through. Oh, I don't even think it's through.
Just take bar straight bar on me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 niggas in my room.
Shuffle. My tip is like rubbing up against the pew.
Hold on, no. Wait, is this real? Accidentally... I gotta watch this video. No way this is real. I gotta watch this video. Okay, hold on. This is like huge news. And then the word serious. S-E-R-I-O-U-S. No way, it is real. Now it's just a troll account. Oh my gosh, what a gem.
I don't really know how to start this one, guys. But like the Lord says.
Hold on, I gotta do one more thing though. New Sonic game? What is it called? It better be Sonic 06.
This looks like that game with Crossout. Remember Crossout, guys? See Sonic and Fauna, I'm gonna go in.
I hope you find your next favorite game today. So get ready to get wish listing. Should we get on with the show?
Jeff is in the Epstein files.
You chose your side.
It's, you know, it's...
Everyone's must atone for their sins, or something like that. Repent. Whatever. So it's Sunday, the Lord's Day, and I was with my girlfriend's family, and they were like, "Oh, we're going to church. You should come along with us." Look, I'm not like a crazy religious person. You guys know me, but I'm like.
Do we?
Whatever, yeah.
Do we know you?
With you guys. And you know, that was at like 7 a.m. We ended up going at about 10 a.m. So I took a little nap before I was going, like before I had to go. mistake.
Why?
Didn't think that things were gonna pan out the way that they did, but whatever. Took a little nap, dreamed of sweet dreams, and I woke up, and I don't know how many of you out there have vanilla gorillas, also known as Hewlett hammers, also known as terracotta tree trunks. I'm talking about the lahonky meat thing.
What?
When you take a little nap,
Bro.
sometimes you wake up and you're just ready to go. You know.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Thank you for...
It's embarrassing to talk about.
Make a video on it then.
But whatever.
Whatever.
I wake up and I'm feeling a little excited down south. So I can't.
The hurry up with he did.
It's ticking, right? Because we gotta go to church. So I can't really do nothing about it. Can't really do nothing about it. So we're going to church, and I'm sitting in the back of the car because they drove us. I'm sitting in the back of the car, doing anything to make this shit go down. You know what I mean? I'm fucking punching this shit. I'm thinking about math. I'm trying to do long division in my head and shit. Just trying to get it to go down, bro. I'm thinking about, like, my dead relatives. Like, I'm just really trying to get this shit to fucking go down. And it just won't. Motherfucker! I can't get this. I can't get the tip. I can't get the tip down. Is basically what I'm trying to say. And I'm doing everything in my power. I'm counting back from 100. All you need to know is I couldn't get this shit to go down. And I don't have on like the most restrictive garments right now. I got on these kind of jeans. Fucking horse slut! I got on these like jeans,
Christian,
but they're
ladies
like,
and
they're
gentlemen.
not like crazy jeans or nothing. Or like denim, or they don't got like starch in them and shit. So Young Wigga walk around with 7.5. So if that motherfucker go turbo mode, the whole confessional gonna see it. And it's like fuck,
Oh, he's
bro.
Catholic. Okay.
Whatever, we go in, and I haven't been to church in so long, so I'm not really aware of like how this works and like how the dynamics of everything works, and I don't know like the One second. Simply orange. Orange juice. From the Waffle House. First time trying Waffle House, it's pretty good. So yeah, I don't know the dynamics of everything, but it's like, oh, let's go sit down at the pew. If you don't know, church pews are like these little like bench kind of things, and they're like really close to you. You gotta really sit next to somebody. It's not really like empty slots and shit. So I decided I was gonna sit on the end with my girlfriend. So we go over to sit, and bro, low key, bro, I still had it. My shit was still hard. So I'm shuffling through this pew, and like the front of my tip, I thought I heard something. The front of my tip is getting like friction burn from the back of the pew in front of me because they're so close together. So I'm trying to shuffle, but my tip is like rubbing up against the pew.
Don't say that. Ew.
PU. So I'm shuffling down the line, trying to hit the little conga or something. And I go to sit down, and as I go to sit down, like the vanilla gorilla was at kind of like a 45-degree angle pointing down. So I go to sit down. So say this is the pew, and then this is my tip, and it's like shuffling, and this is like my little tip, and my tip is rubbing. So when I go to sit down,
fucking hate this
it
shit
gets
so
lodged.
much. Lodged?
The hell was that? I go to sit down. I go to sit down, and my tip gets lodged underneath the pew. And And as I said, it's kind of like it's using it like a pry bar. Like, so my tip gets lodged underneath the pew, and there's blood is flowing. So I sit down, and it kind of bends my tip, and now my shit is U-shaped. So it's got my tip bent, and I'm like, oh Lord. So I'm trying to not make a big deal, not make a big scene or nothing. So I stand up and I hit a little Rumpelstiltskin shuffle back to try to wiggle it out from under there, because my shit's like a Jimmy bar right now. And I move back, and then it kind of, there was so much like barometric pressure from like my tip and all the excitement pressed up against the pew. So when I lean back, I gotta be. So when I lean back, it did like a kind of like a springboard effect. So I lean back and my shit just goes like it goes like it was like building up like a spring. It was like pushing up on it. I lean back and it just goes poof. So it shoots up into my waistband. So now I get the tip in the waistband. Not a good place to be here. So now I gotta kind of make it nonchalant and like move my shit down out from under the waistband. And as I move my shit down, bro, my girlfriend's sitting right next to me, and she like went to like grab, I don't know what she touched it. Lord have mercy. She touched it, and as it went down, I knew it was over. I knew it was over immediately, bro.
This is the worst video I've ever watched.
I came in the house of God. I need some air. So So now I gotta do the rest of the service.
A few days ago, I put out a video proving that Reckless Ben's video was full of fake information.
First things first, let's just get this shit off the table. A fair-skinned fella is aware that I look like low tide right now. I've been up for 36 hours, and I couldn't find my hairbrush. I just got out of the shower like 20 minutes ago. And, yeah, I've just been up a really long time. I'm disheveled. I'm shaking. I've had nothing to eat. And, I look like I look like shit. That's just how it is. So you're gonna have to deal with that. And, not gonna lie, I'm low-key at my wit's end right now. So, if I get a little mean in this video, don't take it to heart. But, let's just air out all the dirty laundry. Found out, that my cousin is a fucking furry.
Okay.
He is a furry.
I
found out today. Now, I've known my cousin my whole life. Obviously. What? And I always thought something's up with the boy, you know? Because he'd do various things growing up that just kind of threw me for a loop. You know, I always thought, like, I don't know if he had, like, a condition. I don't know if, like, everything was, like, not all right at home. I don't know what the fuck was going on in that. House when he was growing up, but needless to say, we know now. Fucking case closed. Basically, and the way I found out is just so fucking gross, dude. Grown up, he was always really into like anime and shit, and I just wasn't. And there's nothing wrong with liking anime, okay? Look, I've watched. I can't even say I've watched like anime. I can't even name a fucking show, dude. But like, I don't hate it. I don't think it's weird to watch it. But yeah. So he was just always really into that shit growing up, and he would. Like now that I know, like I'm like shuddering thinking about it, cause holy fuck. But when we were kids, we play off the wall. I don't know if you know what off the wall is. That might just be like a New England thing, but it's you take a tennis ball and you throw it at the wall, and it's like a game, and it bounces off, and you gotta catch it. The last, if you don't catch it, you're out. And when I was growing up, I lived next to the. I'm not gonna say my cousin's name because like I don't want to air him out like this shit. But when I was growing up, we lived next to this old church. It was like an abandoned church. They tore it down now. Now it's apartments. But we play off the wall on like the side of the church, and every time we play off the wall, Brayden. Oh shit. Well, cat's out the bag. Whatever. You fucking made your bed. You might as well lie in it. We play off the wall, and dude. I'd throw the ball, and it would bounce back, and he'd fucking run at it like on all fours. Like, he'd run after this shit on all fours. I always thought that was weird. I was like, why?
What the hell? The Legend of Bibi Netanyahu? What?
my brain is processing information to create a reality within my own mind. Like, what I'm seeing isn't how things actually are. It's fucking trippy.
The colors we see in the world are the result of the way in which these receptors respond to different levels of blues, greens, and reds.
I am an ugly little chud nerd unemployed dunce.
Okay, before we start, I just want to point out that I'm not going to name any names in this video, and I'm not trying to attack anyone. I don't hate the people who do this, and in many ways I actually admire it. So if you do recognize any of what I'm talking about today, don't send any hate to these people. I do not condone that, and there's no way that any of this is worth anyone feeling attacked. Okay, obviously this relates to a lot of dark topics. I suppose that just comes with the territory of talking about politics, especially these days. But you know, I can't personally speak to the full extent of everything going on in the world. I must fully acknowledge that I'm a privileged white guy in a relatively wealthy nation and stable financial situation, and I don't want to give the impression that I'm speaking on behalf of anyone in a more vulnerable or personally affected position than me. In fact, there are a lot of creators and voices online who deal with these things much more directly than I do, and so I would actually encourage you to check them out. Okay, first up, I just want to point out that I'm not an expert in any of this. Sure, I watch a lot of YouTube, but I'm not a media theorist or a political analyst. I've not done any major research or data sampling to back up the trends that I'm talking about. This is a mostly anecdotal and subjective take on the way I see certain areas of the online media landscape these days. So take everything I say with a pinch of salt, and definitely don't base your opinions purely on what I have to say.
Do those vile thing in a second, watch.
Okay, the trend that I'm talking about today is by no means universal, and not everyone does it. In fact, many of the most popular YouTubers...
Dude, it's like not even, it's just a bunch of nothing.
Space don't do it at all. It mainly seems to be a habit of much smaller creators and communities, and so, again, I don't want to seem like I'm hating on
Not
them.
smug enough. Yeah, you gotta end buzzwords, and you gotta end in late stage capitalism. You gotta end, gotta be smug. I mean, what else do you need to do?
I don't know their situation or what they're going through, and so I don't want to be too judgmental. But it is something that I've noticed and I would like to talk about. I just
Missing the mullet and a mustache? Dude, I hate that look so much anymore.
think there's a risk that pointing it out to specific people could potentially exacerbate the problem. Okay, I just want to remind you guys that this is just my opinion. It's okay to disagree with me, but please don't be hateful in the comments. I'm happy to keep discussing the issue, but there's no reason to be mean about it. Otherwise, I'm super keen to hear your constructive criticism, any suggestions for future. See you next time.
This is a joke, but it's like super duper real. I tried to blow my shit smooth off. Is BO4 live? Asks FaZe Swag. Fuko. Resident Evil oh yeah, State of Games was today, wasn't it?
Long ago in the wilderness of Massachusetts lurked a blue bear, and now he's back in the form of a middle-aged Canadian woman whose cheeks are flatter than deflated dodgeballs. What's up, guys? This is Mr. Asian Pie. Today we're talking about Pizza Cake Comics, also known as Ellen Woodbury. Don't worry, it's not doxing because it's public information. Pizzagate, I meant Pizza Cake, is an online cartoonist who is Reddit famous, which is only slightly better than being Blue Sky famous. She's known for her riveting political commentaries of a country she doesn't live in,
Oh,
and her
no.
Hectorino relatable humor. She's
This does remind me of like
The Odd Ones Out era of animation.
also known for having a massive crash out anytime anyone makes a critical remark about her, whether it's about her as a person, her lack of wittiness, or her stagnant art skills. And it doesn't matter whether you're trying to be nice or not, because she will misconstrue any criticisms of her as you victimizing her, even when she is the one very clearly in the wrong. As example, in 2024, Pizza Cake released her comic, Talk, onto her home turf of r/comics. The comic was pretty standard feminist what if the roles were reversed, about how men belittle women despite the fact that
Bro, if I had
industry
some
standards
random
portray
stranger yell like nice, I'm not gonna. I feel weird saying it. Nice cock, you know, like. How would I feel about that? I wonder.
to belittle men on these same exact issues and more. Surprisingly though, despite it being Reddit, the comic was actually poorly received, even by her own audience, with male sexual assault victims coming out against her, and rightfully criticizing her for downplaying male sexual assault. Her response was to double down, and it even got so bad that
I
she
don't
even
hate
lost
all
her
men.
armor.
I have a son. Guys, I'm not racist. I have a black friend. I still like that whole theory about everyone's a little racist, you know? It's like getting hungry. It's like I wasn't racist until, you know, I'm, you know, it's like when you just right after you eat, you're not hungry, you know? But as time goes on and you haven't eaten anything in a while, you get hungrier and hungrier.
Worse than getting ratioed on Zitter, because on Reddit, if you have a low enough karma, you're not allowed to post and engage with certain communities. To be fair though, she doesn't need it because she can just buy the upvotes back. Also, by the way, did I mention that this woman's unemployed? So how does she stay
Ooh.
afloat? Doing porn and cucking her husband. Unfortunately for Pizza Cake, even when she's just titties and ass, she's not hot. So she has to go for the next best thing. Drawing porn. Specifically rape porn. But don't worry,
What?
it gets better because she self-inserts as the rapist. The woman who downplays male sexual assault also draws rape porn. Are you really shocked? To get into specifics, she wants to tie up and molest a young right-wing male in a MAGA hat. Ali Alexander, is that you?
What
Right?
the
That's
hell?
slander. She respects people's rights to their bodies. It's actually sexual role play, but you wouldn't get it though, you sexless incel chud. Besides, I wouldn't dare slander Pizza Cake like how she slandered Based If True. Based If True, fellow chink, is a commentary slop channel, no offense, who
Fellow
specializes
what?
in browsing Reddit cringe, and is much smarter than me because he actually makes money off this platform. Back in May of this year, he released another run-of-the-mill video just reviewing Pizza Cake's comics because her AstroTurf deflated dodgeball ass was plastered all over the top of r/comics. Originally, he wasn't even going to target her, she just happens to dominate the top of the subreddit. Well, Pizza Cake saw the video and thought that the most reasonable course of action was to strike everyone's favorite Hoppa Floppa and get the video taken down. The original excuse was on the grounds of copyright infringement, because he used her artwork in his video. Then she shifted the goalpost and claimed she was actually repulsed by his liberal usage of the dreaded R slur. Well, damn you, dried cunt, you might as well shut down half the internet. She even had the gall to mock people who claimed that she was trying to silence criticisms of her, which she was. When that obviously crashed and burned as she could only get the video taken down in Canada, she decided to take the next logical step and try to de-escalate the situation by attempting to dox the guy. She contacted the Berkeley College
Oh.
Based If True expelled from it.
Me,
and
if
his
my
personal
name's Sniper
information,
Wolf
which,
and I
by the
live
way,
another. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Like, another like 5 minutes real quick, then I'll go grab my thingy.
Is a violation of confidential information and in turn a crime. Fortunately for our feline friend, he actually didn't attend said college as it was only for the skit at the beginning of the video, which means that Pizza Cake probably didn't even watch the video and likely just had someone tell her what went down in the video. Sorry, I'm speculating again. But something we don't have to speculate on is the multi-month meltdown turned internet crusade she's been waging since the release of this video. This is a 40-year-old woman, by the way. When silencing and attempted doxing blew up in her face, she then decided to play victim, claiming her critics were the ones trying to silence and dox her! She cries in pain as she strikes you. Now, in all fairness, the shawty did dox her, but considering that her own unapologetic attempts signal that all tactics lay bare over a video, calling her a terrible person, it's not much of a mystery why sympathy for her was in short supply. Now, doxing is bad, and I do disavow that action. But through the doxing, it was revealed that this woman had over 200 pages worth of DMCA takedown notices. As of writing this video, that is over 40 more pages than her entire Kiwi Farms thread. Adding on to the collection
Wow.
of takedowns, she also filed a police report, just straight up, over Based of True's video. You know, I'd say there's actual problems in the world, but Ellen, you've managed to turn yourself into one. Alright, the contents of her character aren't great, but what about the contents of her comics? The things people actually follow her for, unless you're into cuck porn. It's millennial core slop. Look, I'm quirky too. Hey, I'm a cartoonist. I'm a parent. I encourage my kids to cross-dress. What the fuck? You want to know what this is? This is the Soy Man's version of For Better or For Worse comic series by Lynn Johnston, who is also a Canadian. But no! Actually, those comics suck because they lack that quirkerino, wholesome, awesome sauce millennial relatability. Everything that generation touches turns to shit. Now, to be fair, I've actually watched a bunch of millennial slop, more specifically videos of millennial parents bitching about being parents, and they always somehow bring up late-stage capitalism, even if that subject has nothing to do with it. So, I will give Pizza Cake credit for abstaining from politics from her content that is not inherently political. Still not my cup of tea, but that's just a personal taste. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said about her political content, as they lack any redeeming qualities the millennial slop comics had. Already with the millennial slop, she was about as witty as your average Substack writer, but it's like the few rules of comedy she understood goes out the window when she tries to tie in a political message. Now I get it, humor is subjective, but comedy is an art form. Even when trying to send a good message, a good cartoonist still prioritizes comedy over the message, and due to that, the comedy makes
There
the
we
message
go.
more poignant. This also applies to storytelling. But I'll be honest with
There's my 2 rounds done. Alrighty. That was fun. I'll probably play more tomorrow morning. Bye.